Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by green hills, there lived a humble farmer named Thomas. He had a small piece of land, a few animals, and a wooden house he built with his own hands. He wasn't rich, but he was content. Every morning, Thomas would wake up before sunrise, feed his animals, and work in his fields. He loved the sound of birds, the smell of fresh soil, and the peace of his simple life. One summer, dark clouds gathered above the valley. The villagers were worried. "A big storm is coming," they said. "You should cover your crops, Thomas, or you'll lose everything." Thomas looked up at the sky and calmly said, "If the storm comes, it comes. I will do my best, and nature will do the rest." That night, heavy rain and strong winds hit the village. Trees fell, roofs broke, and fields were flooded. When the storm ended, Thomas went outside and saw that most of his crops were destroyed. The villagers came to comfort him. "This is terrible. You've lost your harvest. What bad luck." Thomas smiled gently and said, "Maybe it's bad, maybe it's not. Time will tell." A few days later, while cleaning his damaged field, Thomas noticed something unusual. The floodwater had carried away the old soil and revealed a layer of shiny black earth beneath, rich and fertile. When he planted seeds again, his crops grew twice as strong as before. The villagers were amazed. "You're so lucky. The storm ruined our fields, but made yours better." Thomas simply said, "Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Let's wait and see." Months passed and harvest season came. Thomas's field produced so much grain that traders from nearby towns came to buy it. He earned enough money to rebuild his home and help his neighbors who were struggling. But one evening, as he was returning from the market, he saw a group of poor travelers resting by the road. They looked tired and hungry. Without thinking twice, Thomas shared his food and invited them to stay at his house for the night. The next morning, the travelers revealed that they were messengers from the king. They had lost their way during a journey. Grateful for Thomas's kindness, they told the king about him. A week later, royal guards arrived at Thomas's home with a message. "The king wishes to reward your kindness and patience. You shall be the caretaker of the royal farms." The villagers couldn't believe it. From a small farmer to the king's trusted man, all because he stayed calm through the storm. Thomas smiled and said softly, "Everything in life has a purpose. The storm that destroyed my crops also opened the door to my blessings." Moral of the story: sometimes what seems like a disaster is actually a hidden blessing. Life's storms test us, but they also prepare us for something greater. Be patient, stay kind, and trust that everything happens for a reason.